Hey guys, so it's been a while since I posted something new on my YouTube channel, so I figured I would talk about something that's been kind of popular amongst the vlogging thing and popular amongst Facebook and a lot of my friends. So I'm going to be talking about the Chik-fil-A gay rights ordeal. So first of all, I want to say that the man that came from Chik-fil-A that made this comment about homosexuals and homosexuality, regardless of the fact that some things are better left unsaid, and that was definitely one of them. First Amendment of the Constitution, he had a right to say what he said. That's basically the way I see it. I didn't agree with what he said, and I'm not agreeing that what he said was right in any way or that it needed to be said for whatever it was that he was doing whenever he made this comment. It wasn't, but at the same time, he had the right to say it. I know a lot of people were like, he shouldn't say that. He's big in corporation and blah, 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 and he's a professional, so he shouldn't be saying things like that. But at the same time, he has a right to. He has every other right that you have as an American, and just because he's more professional or he's in the corporate ladder higher than a lot of us are, that he shouldn't say things like that. And granted, that some things are better left unsaid. And I don't think if you asked him if he could take back what he said, he wouldn't. Because I think a lot of what he said got Chick-fil-A a lot of business. And I think that's kind of what they were going for. Even though they'd probably never admit that to anybody, that's probably what they were trying to do, was to get more business. But, yeah, so that's that. He had a right to say what he said. That's all I'm going to say on that. I'm a firm believer in gay rights. I'm a firm believer in love knows no gender. This is just the way I was raised. I was raised not to discriminate against people regardless of who they loved or what color their skin was or how they acted or anything like that. I was taught that way. But if you grew up in a hardcore Christian home where you went to Bible school, summer camp with the church, you went to church every Sunday and then Wednesdays and did all of these different things, I understand. I really do. This is what you were raised. This is the way you were raised. And I get that. But people have to accept that times are changing. It's 2012. You spend all of your time hating this group of people because this is what you consider to be wrong. This is what the Bible considers to be wrong. But you waste all this time hating them and wanting them to stop it, but they're not going to. Your hate and this grudge that you're holding against these group of people because they're doing something that's considered wrong, it's really a waste of your time, and it's a waste of everybody else's time. You really just can't. It's like, it was the same way when blacks started dating whites. It was the same way whenever the racial thing got played into relationships. And but I think people are a lot harder on gays than they are on people of other nationalities. Yeah, it's really ridiculous how blown out of proportion this got. I know that somehow or another, I don't know if I'm right. I didn't actually look it up or anything like that, but somehow or another, a Chick-fil-A support day got started after this was said, that if you supported Chick-fil-A or you still supported them regardless of the comment they made, that you went there and you bought their food and to show your support. And that's why I kind of think that this was a thing to get business. But I'm not sure, so don't quote me, but I that's kind of what I'm thinking. But the thing that I thought was great was a few days later, after this support day, I read something about how the gay activists and the gays themselves were planning a Chick-fil-A kiss-in, where they were going to go to Chick-fil-A on their property and make out in front of all of these people. And I thought that was rather funny, because that's a really good, when somebody comes up and slaps you in the face like that by having a support day and you see all of these people that have gone to this place to support them, what the hell are you supposed to do? You gotta fight back. But I admit that it was childish. Both ends are being very childish about this. And I've gotten into a few arguments with people over Facebook, and they've told me how you can't fight stupidity with stupidity and blah, blah, blah. And I agree. I agree. They're both being very stupid and very stubborn about this, but so are people. People aren't accepting that things change. What the Bible says hold on. I have to think of how I want to word this because I don't want to say it and then get a lot of hate about what I said. What you read in the Bible and the way you take it and the way you believe is you. But you spend all this time hating these people and saying that they're wrong because in the Bible it says that another man should not love another man and that marriage is a man and a woman and all of this stuff. But at the same time, all of these people are afraid that if you let gays marry, that they're going to destroy the institution of marriage, that marriage is just going to crumble, and all of the other countries around us are going to be like, look at these people, and look how stupid this place has become, and blah, 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 and marriage is such a joke there. That's not going to happen. Because, honestly, the Christian relationships and the families that are, like, hardcore Christians are the ones that are normally getting divorces. You stand on an altar in front of God and in front of everybody and make a promise that you will love that person and stay by that person's side forever until death do you part. And then a few months later, you're filing for divorce. But then you hate these people and criticize the way they live their lives because it says in the Bible that you shouldn't do that. But then you lied and made a promise to God and everybody that you were going to stay with this person and you didn't. You lied. See, that's the way, these people's arguments over why it's wrong is ridiculous. I read an argument where it said that because gays can't procreate, that they shouldn't be allowed to get married. Well, if that was true, infertile women, menopausal women, infertile men, none of them could get married. Is that fair? If it's a man and a woman getting married, but she's infertile or she's menopausal, is that fair that she's not allowed to get married? No. Another one I read was that that's not the Webster definition of marriage is one man and one woman. Definitions in the dictionary change all the time. They print dictionaries every year and shit changes in them. So why can't it just be the binding of two people? Isn't that what marriage is? The way I see marriage now, I don't ever plan on getting married. Like, it's not something that's ever gonna be important to me. Only because of the fact that I see marriage as a piece of paper and a ring. Why do I need that to show somebody that I love them? Or for them to show that they love me? I don't see the point in it. I just really don't. And people tell me that I'm wrong all the time and that that's stupid for the reason that I shouldn't get married and blah, blah, blah. A lot of people, straight couples, turned me off to the idea of marriage because their marriage is not the way the Bible says it should be. And another thing that gets me is there's a lot of stuff it says in the Bible that you shouldn't do. It says you shouldn't shave. That's disgusting. People need to shave. But there's a lot of stuff in the Bible that it says not to do, and people do it. And what do you expect for that? When you die, and if you believe in heaven and all that, what do you expect? You expect forgiveness. So why do gays not get that? Because you did something that it says that was wrong in the Bible, and they're doing it too, but because theirs is kind of worse than yours, they don't get forgiveness, but you do. They're going to hell, you're not, right? Is that how that works? It's just really gotten blown up way out of hand. And another thing it said, it said something about if we allow gay marriage to happen, what's next? What? It's not that big of a deal. Bombs are not going to fall. People are not going to start dying because you let gays get married. If anything, gay people will help the institution of marriage because they're going to be so fucking happy that they're finally allowed to do this to begin with that a lot of marriages are going to start happening and they're going to stay together. Unlike a lot of the straight marriages that happening where you get married and leave a month later. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Kim Kardashian. Ugh. Okay, but I'm almost out of time because my time says it's 9:17, or I'm 9 minutes and 20 seconds in. But, yeah, so this got blown way out of proportion. This is not a big deal. Let people love who they love. That's the way I look at it. Love knows no gender. If you're a boy and you love a boy, that's great. You do that. If you're a girl and you love a girl, that's awesome. You love them. Period. Okay? Anyway, comment and let me know what you think. Please don't hate me if I said something that you don't like, but I gotta go. Love you guys.